Hey guys, so today I'm gonna show you some of the things I got from Daiso. So as you noticed, I got stuff that are very color-coded and they're very pastel-y, and basically I got this set of H5 notebooks. I have no idea if it's actually blank. I think there's one that's dotted and lined, we'll see later on. Okay, it says ruled, dot line, and blank. I also got this Mount Fuji set of post-its. They're really cute. I also have sticker flakes that are Sakura themed. I think this is Sakura and cat themed. I also got a set of 5 colors of markers. I think this is like double line, yeah. One side would be 0.5 and one side would be 1.5, which is a bit thicker, which is kind of like a marker. I like how they put the colors at the side as well. And since I still had extra budget, I decided to get this pen case where I could actually put this. So let me start off by putting that. So then it's very handy to bring around basically. So for the notebooks, I actually really just prefer dotted or blank for my journal spread. So we'll see which one that would be based on this set of notebooks. I also have seen I saw a smaller size, but I think in terms of journaling, it's still better to use this size because it's very easy to see. And this is actually sewn, so it's actually very nice. Let's see which one is the dotted one or the blank one. Okay, so we have 3. Dream in life. Life is just a moment, and well, this is long. Let's dream, play, and make some new memories together. So this is lined. It's actually very thin, so it's very handy to bring around. If you're not keen to journaling for a long term, this is really a great option. Oh, this is the dotted one. It's also very nice. The dots are not too strong, but I think we're gonna settle with the plain one because for this spread, I'm adding some photos and I think it's gonna be the best one. So for today's prompt, it would be favorite views, and since I got a lot of Japan themed stationery, I'm just adding in some tapes that I got. I decided to base it around this. I also printed some photos. These are photos from my trip to Kyoto. I think, yeah, this was 3 years ago, but I wanted to share it also for this journal spread. So let me just settle in with this blank one. So what I like to do is I always start with my photos. This sort of frames the whole spread, and I think it's easier to work with that. Just gonna get my glue again, and yeah, sometimes I keep forgetting which side I should place it to. And since I'm doing one here on the left side, I always like to add a complementary one here on the right, just so it evens out that way. So let's try that. So this template I'm doing is sort of photo heavy, as you can see, because in one spread you have 2 photos. That's when I start adding my washi tape. So this washi tape I wanted to add. This is in collaboration with my good friend Kyla, who is based in Japan. So I'm just gonna cut it up. And what I like to do with washis, I actually use them as borders like this. I also have this floral one, which I got from the States, but it kind of looks like sakura, so I thought I'd add them here as an accent as well. And I like how it's actually clear. So I'm just gonna put it there. And I'm gonna unbox some of my flakes here. So usually when you say flakes, they're actually cutouts like this. So these are what you will find inside it. I think it's a good number considering I got this for a really good price. And you have to gently just open this part. And there you have it. Okay, let me just see what I have that I can work on here. So these are really cute. And then this is actually very big. If you don't have a lot of photos, you can use something as big as this, but here we wanted to just accentuate some parts. So for example, this size is actually really good. It just adds an accent here. This one is also very good because it's small. Then I could probably like situate them somewhere here on the spread, maybe here, just so there's a connection and it's not directly under it. Let me see. Oh, there are cats. Yeah, knowing me, I only prefer ones with sakura, so I'm gonna plot that there, and then I'm gonna open this one just so you can see where I can assign this one as well. So usually when it comes to sticky notes in Japan, I believe they don't use it as much for writing, but actually just for like accents as well. So you have 3 colors here. I actually think if I use the red one, it would make a lot of sense. But also thinking if I should use the blue one just so there's a bit of contrast with regards to layout. So options would always depend on your preferences. I would say because the washi tape I use has a lot of different colors, I'm gonna just add this Fuji that's blue, and also because Mount Fuji is generally blue. If you notice that half of it will be sticking and then the rest would be sticking out, then I just like to add my glue here and seal it up that way. It's fully sealed. There we go. And I'm just gonna stick this. And also because the pens that I got are blue, shades of blue, I think it would be just good to add this because then everything else would be too pink, and you kind of want, again, the idea of making journaling layout is to always build different dimensions and connections between each element, just so when you look at it as a whole, it looks more cohesive. And I'm very particular with color, as you've probably seen from my previous journaling videos, so this is me trying to definitely justify that. So in terms of photos, I actually just like adding a lot of stuff on it because I don't want to emphasize the shape of it, which is very rectangular and plain. So let me see if I want to add more of this, just so the top part has some of it, and then I'm just gonna add some more here. Or if you want to change things up, you can always not stick it straight, but maybe do something here like on the side, and I think that works as well. So I'm gonna start with my prompt. So I'm gonna start with my title. So the top part would be, the front part would be this thin, and then the back one would be the thick one. So usually for headlines, I like using the thick one, so we'll start with that. So favorite views. Let's just go to the specifics. So favorite views in Japan. If you're kind of a minimalist, I suggest you could use the gray one. Let's do a pen swatch here so you can see what each color looks like. So, okay, that's too light. Let's see. This is the blue. And then you have this like more on the periwinkle side of blue. Oh, it's actually pretty nice. It's more lilac actually when you put it. There is also this like mint green. Oh, that's really pretty. And then the neutrals, you have the gray here, which is very useful, I would say. And this brown. It's very warm. I would say this doesn't really fit with the rest of it, but anyway. Let's go back to writing. So what I like to do is actually, when I have like specific headlines, I would write them in a darker color and then the neutral ones for the description, just so it's easier to pinpoint. So let's start with here.